actually, Senator Stubblefield stepped back from him. That'll be Senator Elliott. But let me ask you a question. When the law, yes, there is a little bit of a loophole in the law that says when time allows. How would you have known, without consulting with the second bidder, that indeed there wouldn't have been time by going to the second bidder and at least saying, this is where we are, can you do it? And did that lawyer, when he wrote that last sentence in that letter, actually close the door on that opportunity when that statement was made to Narita?
I do feel like the door was closed at that point. That's correct.
Because the lawyer wrote the letter that had that statement in it?
Yes. I was telling that vendor that we're looking at other options, not going to award out of this bid document.
Okay. Did that lawyer, in writing that statement, though, usurp state law? Because how would you have known that there was not enough time until you'd had the actual conversation with the second vendor to say, here's where we are, can you do it, we need to know now?
There were discussions between OSP and DHS. I do not have this documented, but that decision was not strictly made just by Secretary.
Who was it made by? Who were the people in the discussion?
I know Mr. Wyatt was there, Ms. Huddleston was there, and yes, Johnny Jones.
Okay, Mr. Wyatt, you're the one in the room, so let me ask you the question then. The letter that had that statement at the end, written by the attorney, and who did that attorney represent? The state attorney. Okay, so you did know that the letter was written and that that comment was included in there before it was referred over to Mr. Wyatt to be signed, is that correct? Okay, then Mr. Wyatt, how, you heard what I asked Jane, so let's hear your explanation.
Okay, so when I received that letter, of course I circulated it to Johnny and Jane and primarily Brett Hopkins, who was our attorney, our chief counsel at that time, to make sure that they were okay with it being made allowed. I had questions, it immediately hit me because I'd always thought that I could step down to the next bidder. And in my thinking, I thought we talked and it said it was a technicality and we could not pursue that.
But you never picked up the phone, you never communicated with the second vendor to say this is where we are you in a position to do it to determine whether or not time allowed?
I don't recall doing that.
I don't recall.
Why would you not have done that?
Well, I guess after when I seen the letter that said I couldn't step down, I just assumed I couldn't. I didn't know it was a bad something. And I did not visit with them. I know in the past negotiations have taken 3 months like they did in the reading, but they certainly taken a month to work two teams. But I did not check with them to say, hey, will you take it as it is and go with it.
Are both of y'all aware that there's a finding in the legislative audit report that's going to be discussed next week that cites that this is a primary issue with the whole process?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Senator Sanders. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. One follow-up question, Senator. Go ahead.
Yes, CAI got 7% off the top, right, of all the time and material, all these different augmentation contracts. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it looks like we were trying to shift business to CAI. Was that a consideration in the decision that was made? Because they heavily profited off of this decision that was made to use staff augmentation contracts and getting 7% off the top from all these contracts. CAI profited big time off that decision. Was there any meetings? Did y'all meet with CAI? Was that requested? Was there any, because it looks, that doesn't, for me, doesn't look good.
At the time, that was the only vehicle that was made. There was no consideration.
So somebody said, you didn't say, oh, we've got friends there, we'll ship their business over there.
You can look all you want. I'll put it that way.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Senator Stubblefield.